What is up, you YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists? Welcome to this take a look at Wargames Illustrated, and this is the June issue. Yeah, June 2026. Now, as you can see, there's a sprue on this issue, which is why I bought it. Obviously, because I tend not to buy these unless there's a freebie, and I don't mean a freebie in the form of a pamphlet of homebrew rules, because to me that's naff. No, sprues are where it's at for me, and it looks like we've got gladiators. Gladiators here. That is awesome. There's only three. It looks like they're trying to promote a game called Blood on the Sands. Gladiator frame and quick start rulebook. Now that looks amazing. So what I'm going to do is I am going to unleash this from its cellophane, because I'll tell you, this sprue won't be a sprue for long. I will build it. Ooh, let's get this out of the packaging. Alright, so Blood on the Sands. Well, we'll look at that. I'll look at that a little later. Okay, so for here and now, Wargames Illustrated. As you can see, it's issue 462, June 2026. Got a barcode there, not barcode, a QR code there if you want to see what's inside. Yeah, so it's probably the usual format. So here we are. Just going to go through it. Now, again, it's advertising this Blood on the Sands game, which looks awesome. No. Yeah. Now, it looks to me, if these are the miniatures you get on the sprue, and it could do, you got like a Lanista there, or yeah, and this bottom of this guy here's got robes on. I reckon this could be like a Doctori type. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So it's giving you an idea of how to paint them up there. Awesome. Let's have a read then. We have a double whammy of freebies for you this month. A Gladiator match sprue of 4 28mm figures, good, and a 32-page quick start rulebook, both supplied by our friends at Dead Again Games, and both pertaining to their Kickstarter sensation Blood on the Sands. Now, I can tell you right now, as a fan of anything to do with gladiators and gladiatorial arenas and that type of thing, that's why I got into Jugular, I will be keeping my eye out for that. So Blood on the Sands. Blood on the Sands. To find out more about it, blah blah blah, use a QR code, etc. Historically accurate tabletop gladiator game, and with only 2 gladiators required for play. That's cool. You have everything you need to begin, along with the bonuses of a gladiatorial school owner and a referee. Oh, it's a referee, not a doctori. Doctoris are who train them. You can use I've got a jugular battle mat. You possibly could use that. Don't know, but the only thing I didn't like about the jugular was the grid. It might have a grid similar here. I don't know, but maybe not. I don't know. Blood on the Sands has inspired this month's business of blood theme. We have 3 theme articles for you that feature sordid dealing and unsavory violence set in the Old West, Renaissance France, and medieval Mesopotamia. We also have our annual Salute Show report with a look at the best games from Europe's biggest Wargames event. Happy reading and rolling. Now, I haven't been to Salute for many a year. I'd like to go, I really would. It's just the cost of getting there, really. But there's other events, I guess, I might go to at some point. Anyway, let's get through it. So we've got the usual subscribe to us, get it on digital, all that sort of stuff. Quick fire, that's usually stuff that's out and about. Looking good. Blood on the Sands, frame focus ask. It tells you a little bit about the sprue in question here. Okay. I mean, looks alright, okay. Depending on how to paint them, I think I'm alright with that. In this painting guide, hobby hero Chris Peach, star of the Peachy Tips. So covers a gladiator from this month's freebie game frame, showing a speedy tabletop ready approach and then an enhanced version. Cool. Chris from Peachy Tips. I love Chris. He's a great guy. Never met him, but he seems like a great guy. Yeah, I like his attitude with the whole hobby. Yeah, I like the vibe his channel gives out. If you're not a subscriber, go on over there and check it out. Peachy Tips. So, right, okay. I was just reading through there too. My quickly finished gladiator, Nervous Wreckus. Got that from Monty Python-esque name there. Yeah, I'm okay with that sort of thing. Right. Okay, so not a square-based arena, but a hex-based arena. Now that's interesting. So forget all this and how to paint the gladiators and the shield and all that. And to the arena. Need a quick and easy area for games of Blood on the Sands? You could download the simple hex grid arena from their website and then customize it in all kinds of ways. Maybe you're adept at digital art and can add text before printing it out. Right, so or you could simply apply thin glazes of colour using basing scatter to it after priming the basic version. We suggest you gluing the printout to a thicker base board. If you do the latter, otherwise it might wrinkle. If you'd like to level up your arena, Sarisa Precision are offering a laser cut MDF version seen here. That looks good. It includes a playing board and stands from which your gladiator school owner and other spectators can bay for blood. That looks good. I think I would like that MDF version, hey? Because I don't know whether they're talking about a 3D printing version or just printing them out on paper and then gluing them to board. I think MDF will be the way I go when I do look to get it. Right. Usual adverts, Pike and Shot. I love the colours on these. It's just amazing. All this historical stuff. I think it's really great. What I like about this magazine is that you get all your adverts for all different multiple companies, and you get tips on how to paint things and build things too, which is nice. It's a little reminiscent of how White Dwarf used to be in the early days. Full steam to victory, flames of war, armored trains and flames of war. Wow. Oh, and they always do this as well. These cultural experiences, these trips around battle areas and that. Look at this, like the ultimate Zulu War tour, walking the footsteps of history on an unforgettable journey through the legendary battlefields of the Zulu War. So you can go there. You can go to these places of legendary significance to battles in history and that kind of thing. Right, Salute 53 show report. As I haven't been there for years. Well, way before COVID. You know, I haven't been there, just haven't. Look at that, look. Maidstone Wargames Club, Labyrinth of Mars, and the most innovative game. This game took its inspiration from Edgar Rice Burroughs' Barsoom Saga, turning it into a shifting competitive adventure game. Players were tasked with investigating an explosion at Ras Thavas' stronghold at Tulaham Marshes, navigating the labyrinth, collecting items, and escaping. The task is made more challenging by the constantly changing tabletop. On each turn, a new tile was placed onto the labyrinth, displacing part of the layout, creating an ever-changing maze that would aid some players and disrupt the plans of others. Such an unusual meeting of game and mechanism and well-made terrain caught the eye of judges of one Maidstone Wargames Club most innovative game award. A little bit like the Labyrinth board game, you know, not Labyrinth the movie. There's a board game called Labyrinth, which is like a maze game. It changes. Cornwall Wargames Association, Battle of Lizard Point. Best presented game, eh? Well, no, I won't dwell on this too much because there's a lot. Good. Some nice pictures here. You do get good pictures in this magazine, which is good. Look at that first core. Home Guard. Like it. Home Guard. I'll be seeing the likes of that again, the way things are going. Murder for Hire? I don't know if these are names of the games themselves or names of the articles. Bit of Wild West stuff going on there. Oathmark. And the fancy army you've always wanted. Second edition. Recreating Sword Beach. I see boards, tabletops of this kind of beach invasion a lot. I see it a lot. I find it fascinating, personally. Yes, I'm going through the whole magazine. Dystopian Wars. I know some people that are into that. I don't know what it's like. Could be great. So many games out there nowadays, isn't there? Spilling blood for the Queen and coin for the Cardinal. I always wanted a good On Guard. See, I was a bit disappointed with that. On Guard. But miniatures wise, Musketeers look great. More ads, which is good because it gives you ideas for where to go to get your gear. And there we are, folks. That's the magazine. Conflict 47. Still, I've nearly bought into that. I haven't done yet, but I nearly have. Sharps rifles. Okay. Blood on the Sands. Training Grounds, a quick start guide. I will read through this in a more leisurely way at some point. Preparing to play. It's good that you don't need any miniatures. Character sheet. Tokens. Gladiators. Mamillo. Yeah, that's the classic gladiator, isn't it? Mamillo. I like the Daimakari ones with the two swords. The spear and net ones, I can't remember what they're called, but they look good, but I wouldn't want to use that myself. Okay. Well, I will watch with anticipation on this. Blood on the Sands. So that is Wargames Illustrated for June. I thoroughly recommend checking out. The sprues look good. The shields have got a lot of detail on, by the looks of things. You know, they do look good, and I can't wait to put these together. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you for watching this Wargames Illustrated look, and I will catch you on another video. Bye for now, folks. Bye-bye.